Cool. So that was the thrusty plane, and now that I've messed around with that, what I'm actually going to do is, and I'm going to take this seriously now that I got all the trolling out of the way, I want to see what the gimbal jet is like, because that seems really badass. My intuition with the gimbal jet is that I can use this to make hovercrafts, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'd love to learn how to make a plane properly, but I don't want to do that just yet. Because I kind of want to keep exploring a lot of the features in this game before committing to something that I know is going to take a lot of time. And there's some new stuff in here. I don't know if this was in the open weekend or not, but I'm really... Oh, interesting. Just straight up hover blocks. So I need a gimbal jet. I can just use this. So let's see how this behaves. If I just put like 2 of these down here, and then put a chair on this thing. So these are hover blocks, and I think that what they do is they're like they will just what are these things going to do? I don't know. I actually have no intuition for how they're going to behave. I also did not center them under this vehicle, nor did I even attach them. Once again, proving that for whatever reason, I got really shitty at this game at some point, and I don't know how. Lifts engine that generates an air cushion under your vehicle. What? Okay, so where do these blocks attach? Oh, they attach on the sides. I get it. Okay, so let's see how this behaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block out and this block out. And we're gonna just make some room in the middle here so that we still maintain a symmetric design. And yeah, that looks relatively nice. And I want to see what happens. So first, right off the bat, this engine is not generating enough lift. Can we configure it? No, we cannot. So I guess I need more of them then. So if I move these to the sides, and let's just put a second one on here and see how it behaves. They can only be attached on the side. Yep. Will I go for a flying saucer? That sounds cool. I don't think I have the ability to build that, but I can at least like mess around with it and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't know that these were in this game. Planes are actually just really cool birds. Dude! Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the excellent contribution there. I always appreciate a good nonsense statement like that. So thanks for that one. If birds... Oh my god. If birds... If what they did was they, instead of flapping their wings, they farted really hard and kept their wings 100% still, they would be planes. I am a goddamn genius. Is it possible? Can science breed a bird that can fart so hard that it can become a plane? Because if it farts hard enough, it's just generating thrust, right? So all we need to do is just breed these birds to like we just need to selectively we need to breed very gassy like pigeons. Just like make generation after generation of really farty pigeons. And then like, once we're... Oh, God, no. What's happening? It's already screwed up forever. This is why God invented gimbals. Okay, so... Oh, I know. If I put them in the center, it's going to be, like, damn near impossible. Let's put them on the sides. So anyway, so we just breed generation after generation of really gassy birds. That's step one. So now we have a generation of just like fart birds. Step two is to train these birds to fly, but without flapping their wings. So what we need to do is we can use Pavlovian conditioning for this. So what we do is we... Okay, this is kind of cool. We attach a thruster to the back of this. What we do is every time the birds fart, which is constantly, by the way, what we do is... This is pretty cool and weird and stupid and bad. So we, every time they fart, we hold a piece of food, but like 5 feet in front of it in the air. So that, oh God, no. Come on, repair. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose you. I've only known you for such a short period of time. This is horrible. Oh, wait. Maybe I can make it across the entire lake just off of pure inertia. I'm doing it, baby. We're gonna get to the other side. Just like chickens. Anyway, so we hold food in front of the bird, but like 5 feet in the air. So the bird learns, like, every time it farts, it gets food, and it doesn't have to work for it, right? It can just as soon as it farts, it just like flies into the food, and it's just like, yep, I guess I'm eating this now because I flew directly into it. So the birds learn that every time they fart, they get fed, and then all we do is we just put their food like further, like progressively we move it further and further away from them, and then they learn, like, oh, if I want to get food, all I need to do is just fart to get food, and then, like, there you go. So yeah, it's a combination of two things, right? Because the birds can't pass down that knowledge. Wait, yes they can. I'm gonna go ahead and claim that they can. So then, for all of the birds that figure this out, we then let them have children, and then after that, say, like, oh God, I didn't save it. No, it's dead and on fire. Anyway, so after like a couple generations of that, we would then have birds that can fly by farting, and they keep their wings fixed. So we have converted birds into planes. Now, you may be asking yourself, why did we do this? So anyway, that's that. Man. It can be done. Anyone have any pet birds that they want to donate to this? Like, I can try to get a patent on this even. Like, I really want to see this through, you know? I really want to take this idea and go the distance with it. Like, I want to present it in front of the Committee of Science someday and be like, yeah, my fellow scientists, I present to you the mankind's fourth greatest achievement, the bioplane. And then I pull down like a sheet on top of a bird cage, and like Dr. Curmudgeon in the front row is like, I don't see where this is going one bit. And I'm like, behold, all I need to do is feed them some sweet potatoes and some prunes. And oh no. That's going too far. So here's how it works. What if I just like surround this thing with all this shit? So like in the lab, I learned that like prunes basically cause the birds to like jet off into space. Like, it's too much power. They fart way too hard. So I learned, like, okay, I don't do that. But then Dr. Sabotage, like my rival from science school, he like goes through my laboratory notes and he learns about this like fatal flaw with the fart birds, and I have to or like he goes up, and while I'm giving the presentation, he swaps out my sweet potatoes with prunes, and I don't notice. So like in front of the science committee with Dr. Curmudgeon there, and like Dr. Trader, who's like sitting there with his arms crossed, being like, Dr. Bird is he's gonna find out that I switched to sweet potatoes with prunes. I'm so enraptured with this idea that I've been making awful builds. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm doing. I feed the prunes to the birds, and the birds, they just fly off like rockets. They just blast out of the cage. You just hear them go like, Phew! And they just like smash into somebody off screen, and a bunch of feathers like flies off, and you hear like peacock or something like that. And then Dr. Curmudgeon is like, no, not this year, Dr. Bird. And Dr. Trader wins that round. But I will get my revenge. Boy, my mind went. I don't know where I went with that. Feeding them prunes will make Space Z. What, do they fart jet fuel too? Like, if I feed the fart birds, is that how we make dark matter? I feed the fart birds prunes, and then they take a shit, and then like it just goes like whoop 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 whoop, and like I just like go to clean out their shit cage is like the next night. Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, that's the epic comeback. It's right there. It's all the elements are right there. So Dr. Trader is like I lose the science contest. And so I go back to like clean up my bird shit back in the laboratory, and like while I'm cleaning it out, that's when I find the dark matter. It's right there at the bottom of the cage. And so then I'm like, what is this? It's very heavy. I can't pick it up, and it smells terrible. And then like I realized that like I discovered a way to make dark matter. And so the next day during the finals, like during the closing gala of the science con, I'm so excited about this idea. I can't even play the game right now. So I at the gala event, there's they're giving out the science awards and stuff like that. And then I show up just covered in bird shit and like feathers. I don't even care because I have like a dark matter energy reactor. And like I just burst in, like they're like, and the award for best science goes to, and then I blow open the doors, and I'm like, wait, stop the award ceremony. And Dr. Curmudgeon is like, Dr. Bird, how dare you come in and interrupt this committee? Haven't you made enough of a fool of yourself with your display of Tom Dickery yesterday? And I'm like, Dr. Curmudgeon, wait, you gotta give me one more chance. I've truly made something very special here. And he's like, all right, but if this is bad, then I'm going to take away your PhD. And I'm like, gulp. But then I go up onto the stage, and Dr. Trader is like, oh, what's he gonna do now? He's gonna make a total dumbass out of himself again. And I'm just like, I just give him the death glare, and I'm like, nah, dude, I got this. I'm not letting you get under my skin. And so I go up again, covered in bird shit and feathers that are stuck to me, and I'm like, alrighty. I'm presenting my latest invention for everybody. I call this the Bird Enotron. And then, like, I just, like, rip the bed sheet off of, like, a cardboard box that, like, has, like... it has, like those clips, those alligator clips you use to jump your car. Just, like, attached to a big hunk of bird shit. And like on the other end is like a 1960s muscle car. And then like I just turn the car on, and then the car like just starts floating. And everyone's like and then Dr. Trader's like, what? Impossible! How could this be? and then Dr. Curmudgeon is like, Dr. Bird, I in all my years of science, I have never in my life seen such an incredible invention as this. I award you the highest achievement, the first Nobel Prize awarded from and to Dr. Nobel himself. and like he pulls it out of like I don't know, like his coat pocket or something. He just happened. Dr. Curmudgeon is always carrying this on him. I don't know. Anyway, so he goes up and he's like, with distinction, and he pulls out like a bigger one, and then he's like, I would put it on your coat, but it's covered in bird shit. And I'm like, well, yeah. And then they also give me Dr. Trader's PhD as well. Like they kind of wrap it up and like I don't know, stick it in my pocket, and that's how science works.